What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Bear Show. I'm Ivan Vargas. Before we get started, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the Tape Never Lies Network. Make sure you become a patron today at www.thetapeneverlies.com. It's at the bottom of the screen right there. And I got a little, just a quick little show for you. It will be a quicker show. I'm hoping to keep it under an hour. Like I said, I got things to do. I have work in a little bit. I also want to go ahead and get something to eat before I become hangry. You don't want to see me when I become hangry. But anyway, thank you for joining me. Like I said, just going to have a few mock drafts here. Just keep, kind of keep you guys thinking, keep the draft on the mind. I'm sure it is on top of mind for a lot of you Bears fans, probably majority or most of the Bears fans. But with a week away, let's just continue to, just have these conversations and thoughts on what they're going to do with the ninth overall pick. A lot of rumors around there that there's going to be a lot of teams trying to jump up and jump into the top 10 to try to grab a top 10 draft pick, one of the blue chippers. So there's going to be a lot of things going on in the Chicago Bears war room. So I just wanted to keep you guys, thinking on your toes and prepared for at least some things that might be obvious and some things that might not be obvious come next week in the NFL draft. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started with this first draft that we have today. Let's Bears one. And like I mentioned before, if anybody's upset with me just skipping over the first round pick in drafting Caleb Williams, well, sorry, because you're not gonna get me you're not gonna get me trading the number one pick anymore. It's just, to me, it's very obvious that the Bears are all in on Caleb Williams. It's kind of obvious that the Caleb Williams is kind of accepted that the Bears are all in on him. So for me, there's no more debate. It's Caleb Williams at one. And in this draft, we have Jaden Daniels at two. We have J.J. McCarthy at three to the Patriots. We have Marvin Harrison Jr. at four, Brock Bowers at five, Drake May at six, Joe Alt at seven, Dallas Turner at eight, and here the Bears sit at number nine. We have Neighbors and Roma Dunze are available. You got Cooper DeJean, Quinyon Mitchell, Liatu Latu, Jazan Newton, Byron Murphy. You pretty much have the same group of guys available right here. All these guys have, high level NFL potential, right? But it's up to the Bears to decide which way they want to go. Where I lie. I like Jared Verse. If the Bears are going to try and trade down, I would like a defensive end. If they stay at nine and Dallas Turner doesn't get drafted, or if they really feel that they can't trade down without losing a guy like Verse, or if it's Turner that's on their board, then I expect them to stay at nine and draft that guy. But we're talking about Ryan Poles. We're talking about how the Bears have done it. I feel like maximizing that draft potential, maximizing how many picks you can get this year and next year. Because remember, we don't have a second round pick as of right now. I think that's where Ryan Poles is going to head. Like I said, there's rumors are kicking up. It is lying season. But sitting here at nine, you got Roma Dunze, you got Malik Neighbors. Would be excellent picks right here at nine. This first draft, we're going to end up trading down. Don't worry. I'll be taking guys. We'll try to get as many drafts as we can in this hour. So don't worry. But right now, we'll sit there. Let's see who we have to trade with. You got Minnesota, Seattle. You got Los Angeles. And then after that, I just think that's a little too far down for the Bears. Even the Rams might be a little too far for my liking. Seattle is right about where you want it. On the other side of 15 would be nice, but since they're just one pick short, or one pick after that 15th pick, I think it's something that I would consider. Minnesota, I don't like the picks after 23, right? Like 108, that's fine, but that's still too far, in my opinion, for an 11 and a 108 swap. It's just not going to happen. When you try to trade, and I've done this plenty of times, You try to trade for these 2 picks to jump up to 9. It doesn't really. It just doesn't really make sense for them. And you try to offer it. Well, maybe the algorithm. Maybe it'll just allow it to do it here. That's going to get rejected time and time again. So I don't know if Minnesota would be best fit here. Let's see. Let's see what Seattle has. 1681 again. A little too far down with the second pick. I want to get back into the second round. Okay, so here the Rams dropping are coming up 10 picks to number 9. I would want 53. Hell, I'd want 83 too. I'd want these 4 picks, but I doubt that would ever happen. Like I said, it may look good right here on the screen, but if you think about it, the Rams giving up 4 straight picks. They won't pick to 154. I mean, they have a lot of picks in the back end, but they also would like to grab at least some top 100 picks in this draft. So if this is what we want, right, we're going to swap out 19, give them 9, take 52. Take 99. So 19, 52, 99, a third and a fourth next year for the number 9 pick. And sorry, let me get to the chat real quick. Creighton, how you doing? I appreciate you being here. Jose, thank you for the birthday wishes. Everybody, actually, everybody out there that wished me happy birthday, I appreciate you. It was a pretty nice and chill birthday. You know, what more can I ask for? Had a nice dinner with my wife. Our anniversary is actually tomorrow, so we kind of just package dealed it and had dinner. Went to Cooper's Hawk, which was amazing. Wine was good, food was good. So yeah, overall had a great birthday. So I appreciate all you guys that took the time to wish me a happy birthday on Sunday. Appreciate you. Scottish, what's up? Ivan Fire 100. Yep. I try to keep it lit up in this piece. The Lunatic, how you doing? Who else is on lunch? Well, hopefully I could be on lunch in about an hour. We'll get we'll get me something to eat. Like I said, no hangry Ivan up in here. Scottish Bear, dinner time for me, the Lunatic. So Scottish is eating dinner. We're all on lunch. Hope you guys are enjoying the mock draft. So back at it, we tried to trade 9 for 19, 52, 99, a third and a fourth. It looks like that got shot down. Let's take away this fourth, leave a third, and ask for 2 6s next season. Let's see if that. Nope, not willing. Let's see. Let's take the third out, move it to a 4 and 2 6s next season. That looks like it's going to be a higher chance, but again, you know what? Screw it. We'll ask for the 83. And I'll swap out 122. Let's see if they bite there. You know what? Give me the 6. Give me the 6. Let's see if they play. All right. So nine got traded. And 122 got traded for 1952, 83, fourth rounder next year and a sixth rounder next year. Let's see how this plays out for us. So they go Roma Dunze, Fuaga, Fasanu, Arnold, Neighbors versus Mitchell, Latham, Murphy, Fatanu. That leaves us with Liatu Latu at the end position. You got Adonai Mitchell. You got Brian Thomas Jr., Kool-Aid McKinstry, Powers Johnson, Troy Franklin, Lad McConkey. So you still have a pick of top end talent. You still have your shot at top end talent with the trade down. So here we are at 19. I feel like everybody wants to continue to address wide receiver. You got a guy in Liatu Latu who has all the talent in the world, questionable medicals. Maybe some people don't think that his medicals are as bad as but it is a neck issue. Brian Thomas Jr., Adonai Mitchell, Amarius Mims. We saw him on Draft Mob. Big right tackle. Kool-Aid McKinstry, I mentioned before. Chop Robinson. So there's still, and then you got, right here, you got Keon Coleman, Roman Wilson, Ricky Pearsall, Jalen Polk, a little bit further down. So if I'm here right now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I would still be targeting an end. So if it's Liatu Latu and the Bears like Liatu Latu, that's where I would imagine the Bears go. For me, like I said, there's three ends in this draft that are blue chippers, right? That are guys that I think can make an impact on a football team in year one. And how big of an impact, I don't know, but I think that they could definitely be guys that contribute. So that's Latu, Verse, and of course Dallas Turner. Again, I want to go wide receiver here, but like the lunatic was saying, there are receivers in the second end. Or who was saying this? Jose was saying this. Sorry, Jose. Jose was saying this. Pick up a good receiver later. It's a deep receiver draft this year, which is 100% true. So I'm going to go ahead and stick with my guns and say draft a end with that second pick, wherever it may be. Hopefully they're able to trade down and get their guy. Hopefully it's Jared Verse, but in this situation, you have a Liatu Latu. We could go ahead and take him. There also is a Bracewell, which we have. 52 I wanted to use for a wide receiver, but no, you know what? Like I said, we'll stick with Latu right here. So Latu gets drafted 19 to the Bears. We have an end opposite Sweat. So now we have Troy Franklin, Roma Dunze. See what other receivers we got. Well, the receiver list kind of gets cut off right there for a few picks. So sitting here at 52, Troy Franklin, 6'3", 187. Roman Wilson, 6 foot, 192. I want to go with the bigger wide receiver here. Not saying that Roman Wilson is, a bum or a bust or whatever. We don't know that yet. He's like I said, talented receiver. But I'll just go with the size here in Troy Franklin. And Troy Franklin is a playmaker. He was a playmaker for Oregon, a guy that hasn't been talked about a lot. But I'll stay with Troy Franklin, 52. And here we sit, 75. Oh, sorry, Sorry, Scottish. I didn't see you there. Lawrence, what up? Thank you for joining us. Jose says, yeah, Franklin. McConkey was gone already at 52. Where did McConkey go? Where was he gone? Let me just make sure I'm not tripping here. Yeah, Lad McConkey went 30. Went to the Ravens at pick 30. So we didn't have McConkey in there available. So now we're sitting here with Blake Fisher at the tackle position. Devontae Walker, you got Trey Benson, Jermaine Burton, Bucky Irving from the Chicago area, Johnny Wilson. What up, bro? So here I would love to add Blake Fisher, 75. Let's see who else we got. Jalen McMillan, Jalinx Hunt, who I really don't have. Is it Jalinx Hunt? From Houston Christian. Houston Christian Huskies. Or is a Husky native to Houston? I don't know. Anyway, that's a new name I haven't seen before, and not just the spelling, just him as a player himself. I didn't see him on any of the boards for few months now, and now all of a sudden he's there from Houston Christian, Jalinx Hunt. So let me take the offensive tackle. I think that's right here. I feel like that's not necessarily a safe bet, but it's a need, the depth, quality depth that we're looking for in the offensive lineman. You saw how guys went down, last year and the year prior. So adding quality depth to the offensive line is key. So I'll take Blake Fisher here. We're at 83. Last pick of the draft, unless we want to go ahead and maximize. See, 83, Arizona wants a trade. Doesn't look like they want to move on from that. Let's make the offer anyway. Okay. Let's see. Let's throw in Pittsburgh 6. Let's see if they want to take it then. All right, they took it. So Arizona moves up 83. We get 90 and 104. Resume draft. Dolphins forfeited. Jalinx Hunt went to Houston. From Houston Christian going to Houston Texans, of all places. Renardo Green, Jalen McMillan, Kalen Bullock. So now we have two extra picks, 90, 104. Let's look at defensive interior. You still have Hall. You still have Leonard Taylor. Tavondre Sweat. We talked about him and his off-the-field issues, dealing with alcohol, dealing with weight issues. Tremendous talent. Would think he'd be an amazing, addition if he were completely 100% focused on football. But obviously there are issues there. So it's kind of scaring me away, and I believe it'll scare a lot of teams away, including the Chicago Bears. Look at wide receiver, Malik Washington, Jamari Thrash, Jacob Cowing, Aeneas Smith. And then you got the two Trojans, Rice and Washington, Williams, Luke McCaffrey, Cornelius Johnson, Jaquan Jackson, Jalen Coker, Marcus Rosemary St. Jack, or Jack Saint, excuse me. So wide receivers, like I said, if it was at 122, if we stood at 122, I'd be looking for one of those USC guys, Rice. Maybe a little further down, you're looking for Washington, and that's only because like I'd mentioned it before. I want familiarity on this channel. I mean, not on this channel, on this team. So adding a quarterback and adding somebody that he's familiar with, that he knows, I'm down with that. And if they work well together, that's even better. So let me continue. Let's take a look at running back. Ray Davis, Tyrone Tracy, Blake Watson, Isaiah Davis, Braylon Allen, Audric Estime, Will Shipley. Yeah. Estime, again, that'd be my guy, but it wouldn't be my guy right here. No offensive tackles. Interior O line, you got BB, you got McCormick, Van Pran. If you want to take a shot at Van Pran here, I'm all for it. If you think he's going to be the center of the future. $90 and $104. Let's just say what the board says in general. You do have Braylon Trice, and I know we went end. I mean, I know we already drafted an end, but I'd mentioned before. I mentioned with Shane. I mentioned almost every show that I would love to have that 3-man rotation. Now, I wanted it to be, 2 veterans and Sweat and whoever else, and then the rookie, but it didn't play out that way. Having 2 young rookies going in there and being a part of rotation with Sweat, that's something that I might be, down for. Especially if you're going to get a guy like Trice here in the 3rd round. If the opportunity presents itself. Trice has good qualities to him, but I feel like he still needs some work. Would benefit from being in a rotation with a guy like Sweat, and another high talent, whether it be Latu Verse or Turner in the Bears rotation. So I'll go ahead and I'll take Braylon Trice here. And look at that. We could go ahead and actually take Cedric Van Pran. Michael Pratt, no. Cameron Kitchens is interesting. Michael Hall. I'll go with Van Pran right here. British take the center. White chocolates on the top. Okay, all right. I'll take the center. You guys swayed me. Cedric Van Pran, 104, and that'll be our draft right there. It's our first mock draft of the day. We'll get a few more in here. So as we take a look at the results, Caleb Williams, first pick overall, we traded 9 and 122 for 19, 52, 83, a 4th rounder next year and a 6th rounder next year. We got Latu, we got Troy Franklin, Blake Fisher, Braylon Trice. We traded 83 and a 6 next year for 90 and 104. That's how we got Trice, and with the other pick 104, we had Cedric Van Pran. Their draft ranking has this draft in top 16% of Bears drafts on their network, I'm sure. Overall draft grade, we got an A+. Expanded, I'm saying that we maximized our potential in this draft. by trading down 9, still landing top end players and Leatu Latu and Troy Franklin. We're able to add to the offensive line in Blake Fisher. We continue to add on that defense and allow it to really truly flourish in adding another defensive end in Braylon Trice. So pass rushing is going to be a focus here. And then we went ahead and grabbed Van Pran after we traded 83 and the 6 for 90 and 104. I think it was all right. I mean, overall, we got our center of the future at the back end of this draft. We got another, pass rusher, offensive lineman. So I liked it. Let's go move on to another one. Appreciate you, Nano. So here we go. 7. Start the draft. Caleb Williams, number 1. Let's see how it fell. Drake May, number 2. Jaden Daniels, number 3. Malik Neighbors, 4. Marvin Harrison Jr. at 5. JJ McCarthy at 6. Roma Dunze at 7. Joe Alt at 8. So that leaves us Brock Bowers, Cooper DeJean, Quinyon Mitchell, Leatu Latu, Jazan Newton, Byron Murphy, Fuaga, Arnold, Fautanu, Turner, Verse. So, like I said, got ourselves some players here. I'll go ahead and say that this one is going to end up getting traded. So let's take a look at who we have. Saints at 14. Now we'd want that. I'd want more picks this year. So 14. $150. Want to ask for a third, but I don't think that's feasible. Check out a 4th. Maybe they'll go for the 4th. Nope. All right. Let's see. All right. As I sit here, I would say I want one more pick. You're only moving. Yeah, they're only moving up so far, but I still want to at least attempt to work something out, right? So let's just say I go ahead and I grab, just ask for the 5th, and I'll send you a 6 back. All right, so we traded 14 for 45, 150 and a 5th for 9 and a 6. You got Fuaga to the Saints, Fashanu to the Jets, Mitchell to the Vikings, Bowers to the Broncos, and you got Teron Arnold to the Raiders. We're good right here, right? We got still everybody that we've kept an eye on, or at least I've kept an eye on, is there. I know other people want to stay at 9 and draft the big name receivers. That's fine, but again, like, there's still a lot of holes on this team that can be addressed and filled by trading down and adding youthful talent to those spots. It's where the Bears are headed. I know we'd like veterans to be there, but it's not how the Bears are being built right now. They're being built through the draft, which has been said since day one. So I'm looking for them to continue to maximize. I promise the draft after this, we're going to stay at 9 and draft whoever the best talent is available there. let me see. Miami wants a trade. They want to trade down. They want us to trade 21 for 55. Or they want to trade down. They're at 21. I'd want 55. I'd want 58, 158, but it's just I'd be looking into next season, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get the guys that I want right here. I'm a little nervous that I would trade and Turner's gone, Versus gone, and Liatu Latu's gone, all in this section right here. Because I could see Seattle adding a pass rusher. I could see the Jaguars adding another pass rusher. The Bengals would be, it behoove them to add a pass rusher, and so would it, for the Steelers and the Rams as well. So I'm gonna stay away from trading down again. 14, we sit right here. I'm gonna take Dallas Turner. I know I'm a verse guy, but just kind of mixing it up. They take Dallas Turner here at 14. I'm just, I try to make it as realistic as possible. Sometimes, sometimes it may be a little goofy, but it's all for fun. So here we are at 45. Got a couple trades there. Cincinnati. Let's see what Cincinnati talking about. 49. I'd want 80. You're not going to give me 80? Well, then why would I want to trade with you? Let's see. 97 seems like more of a all right. Let's see if we could trade 49 or 45 for 49, 97. And I really want that 80 though. They're just dead set on not giving us 80. So I don't want to give up a third for next season. I don't know. Cincinnati might not be the one. Oh, 20% chance. James Hunter says Keon Coleman. All right, let's do this. Let's got that New Orleans 5th. 122. This is too much for me wanting to go up. But all right, let's go at 97. 97 and give me 194 just because I want it. They don't want to. Ugh. Try 214 then. I just want that other pick. All right. There we go. So they go ahead and they grab Jackson Powers Johnson. Jalen Polk goes. Tyler Newman goes. Patrick Paul goes. And we're left with, lo and behold, I'm going to draft Keon Coleman right here. And now we're at 75. If you want, let me go ahead and bring this up for you guys. You don't need to see me. So here at 75, Benson, Coleman, Wright, Colson, Jackson. Let's take a look at offensive tackles. Not that great right here. We got Van Pran, BB. Still think we could wait a bit to go after those guys. All right, right here, I'm going to draft another receiver. Give me Devontae Walker. Yeah, I think we could get guards a little bit later. Scottish, like they all seem to fall around this area too, where we could get some guards. So I'll be checking them out in just a second here. So 97, Radler, Eric All, Jeremiah Trotter Jr., Pratt. You got Trice, Van Pran, Tracy, Stover, Sanat, Mahogany, Hall, Wiley, Kitchens. So at this spot, again, I would want Trice. I would want Braylon Trice. There's something about me wanting to make sure that we have pass rushers that are going to be able to, one, get pressure on the quarterback, and two, be with the team long enough to where we see development and we're able to continue to grow with the player, or the players continues to grow with the team. So I like having two young defensive ends paired up with a Montez Sweat. So Braylon Trice, come on down. You're the next Chicago Bear in this draft. The 122, we sit again. Tavondre Sweat. Just I don't believe it's there. I just can't see them drafting him after that. Sony Vaki. You got Brendan Rice. Let's see. Trevor Keegan, Eichenberg, Washington, Abrams Drain, Wingo. You got Kamara, Leonard Taylor, Mason Smith. Well, here I'm going to go with Vaki. I tend to agree with Shane with Byard. Like how long? Granted, I think it's a good signing. I think he's going to help out this team, but for how long? How long? And you need to start thinking about who's going to replace him. I mean, he is what he is. He's a good talent, but he is still a leader, but he is still a stopgap nonetheless. So yeah, Sony Vaki there would be a guy that I would want. And by God, if he's there at 150, Cam Hart would be the guy. So 150, Cam Hart. If anybody had anybody else there, I just don't. I don't see how you could pass up a Cam Hart, and he's actually dropped in this PFF draft board. He's dropped like almost 30 spots. So PFF not too high on him, but like I said, me and Shane talked about it. We both think that guy is going to be a contributor on an NFL football team, probably immediately, but we'll see. All right. Last pick of the draft. I'm going to go. You got running backs. You got Lauby. Is it Luby or Lauby? Probably Luby or Lube. Dylan Lube. It's got to be how we say it. But Carson Steele, Amani Bailey, Frank Gore Jr., Deshaun Fenwick, Kendall Milton, Mayan Williams. Let's see. Where would we want to go here? Defensive interior. That's what James wants. Christian Boyd. Lob. Thank you, I am. Lob. Doing lob. Or lobe. Fuck. Whatever. Dylan is going to be drafted here by the Bears because I'd like to add another running back to the mix. Will he be drafted or will he be, a guy that ends up being a free agent signing? We'll see. But right here, I'll draft Dylan Lob or kid for New Hampshire. All right, now we take a look at the draft results. Caleb Williams at 1. We traded 9 and a 6 for 14, 45, 150, and a 5th round next year. We picked up Dallas Turner. We added Keon Coleman, but first we traded 45 for 49, 97, and 214 to the from the Bengals. We added Keon Coleman. We added Devontae Walker. Braylon Trice at 97. Sony Vaki at 122. Cam Hart at 150. And Dylan Lob from New Hampshire. So there's those results. That draft was top 29 in Bears drafts on this platform. So, all right, not bad. Added a bunch of talents. Added some, plugged up some holes that were, questions. So I like it overall. Juan G, bear down, baby. So close to drafting Caleb. Yeah, I know it's like right there. Everybody, including myself. I'm just like, why can't it be today? Why can't it be tomorrow? Why can't they just say it? Hey, you know what? Just so we can kill the anxiety, we're drafting Caleb. Like I know it's ridiculous, but I'm with all you guys. I just want it to be here so bad. I want it to happen. I want to see it. I want to celebrate with you guys. I think that the Chicago Bears, like, Scott said, the Bears are better. The Bears are better right now, but they're about to get really, really good in these next coming years. So I'm just the Bear. As long as the Bears are better, I'm happy, and it's going to be a fun ride, to say the least. So let's do. Well, we could get maybe 1-2 more in here before noon, maybe a little bit more, depending on how I feel. Like I said, I'm getting a little hangry, so we want to nip that in the bud. There we go. Caleb Williams, number 1 overall. Drake May, J.J. McCarthy, Marvin Harrison Jr., Joe Alt, Jaden Daniels, Dallas Turner, Malik Neighbors. All right, I told you guys I was going to stay here, and I'm going to do it, and I'm going to take the popular pick, right? I'm going to go ahead and grab a receiver, Roma Dunze, at 9. And now we drop all the way to 75. So here we are at 75. You got Jalen Wright. You got Trey Benson, Blake Fisher, Bucky Irving, Johnny Wilson. Yeah, I see them taking a guy like Fisher. Could it be a Jalen McMillan? Maybe. See what the trades look like. You got Atlanta. Want to add maybe one more pick. I don't know if Atlanta wants to give up that, but let's say we throwing a 6 next year. No, 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 don't want that. All right, well. I feel like this is about right, but maybe not. This one's a little difficult. I want one more pick here. I want another pick, and I want it as close to the top 100 as possible. So let me finagle something here. I'll give you the 2 6s. And give me that 7 back. Nope, don't want that. Let's leave the 7. All right. So there we go. We got what I wanted. 2 6-rounders next year. Okay, that's fine. I get, there are 2 picks later in the 6th round, but they still are 2 picks. But I got what I wanted. Was able to move down, grab another pick close to the top 100. Those 2 6-round picks, granted, I'm sure that Bulls can do something with them, but in a situation that we're in, where we had 2 picks, you know what I'm saying, left, I think that this helps us out greatly. And look at that, we're able to draft Blake Fisher right here at 79. So we got the tackle that we wanted, and now we're here at 109. Cowing Vaki. Got the center and Norzad. Cameron Kitchens. So I'll take Kitchens here. I'd mention. See who else is on. I mean, you got pretty much your pick here. Where you want to go. You got Vaki, Sweat, Smith, Cowing. I know they had Norzad as a target, or Narzad. The names are getting me today. Let's see. Potentially. Hopefully he gets 50% of the snaps. All right, Scottish. So then let's go ahead and take Kitchens here. We talked about having that depth behind Byard because he's on borrowed time. He's a stopgap, if anything. Like I said, although I think he'll have a positive impact, just how I see it. So we grab the safety. We're here with Rice. You got a couple of trade offers. 125 and 22. Okay, I'll move down. So we'll move down 122 to 125, and we'll pick up 220. All right. Bortolini, Wingo, Allen. Here we sit. I wish I could see who I've drafted so far. Got to scroll all the way back. Just to remind Fisher. That's right. Got a Dunze. Picked up Fisher. Yeah, I would want to make one more trade. Where we at? There we are. One more trade. Go with the Ravens. Add 218 as well. Oh, not sorry. We'll add a 7th next year. Sweat goes, Eichenberg, Jackson, Abrams drain. And here, I'll grab Brendan Rice at 130. Added a few more picks, although later. Christian Boyd was mentioned. I believe James had mentioned him. So for you, James, I'll pick up Christian Boyd here. Added to the defense. Let's check out receivers. Yeah. Running backs, I'm good. Let's see. Oh. All right, I'll go with the top running back unless anybody has anything else here. Oh, thank you, Paul. I appreciate you. So let's go with the top running back, Imani Bailey at 220. Let's take a look. So Caleb Williams, 1, Roma Dunze at 9. We traded 75 and 2 6-round picks for 79 and 109. We added Blake Fisher. We added Cameron Kitchens with those picks. We traded 122 for 125. We picked up 220. We then traded 125 for 130, 218, and a 7th-round pick next year. At 130, we got Brandon Rice. At 218, Christian Boyd. And at 220, we picked up a running back, Imani Bailey. That was the top 50% of the Bears drafts on this platform. So overall, it was all right. You know, like I said, I'm not a big fan of not adding the other pick in the 2nd round. But again, the talent is there. Roma Dunze, Caleb Williams. You got your offensive line some help. You got your defense some help. You added a familiar face in Brendan Rice. You added some defense again with Christian Boyd, and a running back that can compete in that running back room in Imani Bailey. So, all right, here we go. Let's get another mock in. Hope you guys are enjoying this. Appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate all the birthday love that I received. Don't be afraid to throw your thoughts and ideas in here. I'm trying to read them as best I can. I'm going back and forth. Let's see here. All right, there we go. Start a new draft. Caleb Williams, number 1. Let's take a look how the draft fell. So Jaden Daniels, 2, Drake May, 3, Marvin Harrison, 4, Roma Dunze at 5, Neighbors at 6, Turner at 7, Bowers at 8, and that leaves us with Joe Alt. It would be hard for me to pass up Joe Alt, man. It would be hard, but let's take a look at what is being offered up. So Minnesota Obviously, I'd be asking for these two, but it'll be like pulling teeth in this situation, trying to ask them to move up 2 spots while giving up their 2 first-round picks. I just don't see it. So that leaves us here, right? The Raiders, they want to move up. Was it 4 spots? I'd want 44. And I also want 112. You look at the Saints, 14, 45. 150 plus a fourth. Seattle. Now Seattle, they got a little bit lower of a pick. I would want to stay above 55. So like these picks right here, 45, 44, those are like that's kind of where I would love for them to fucking land. But saying and doing is two different things. So let's see here. Wouldn't give up 77. So give me 112. Just looks like it's going to be a little bit difficult to go ahead and get 44. $13.77, 112, and a third, a fourth, and a sixth next year. Everybody says, well, not everybody, but Scottish has Joe and Sprint to the podium. White Chocolate trade down 16, 17, or 18. Lucas says take Joe. And all right, I'll take alt here. We'll save the trades for the next draft I do. It'll be the last draft. We'll do some trades. But Joe alt here. Now we're at 75. Let's look to see if we can expand again. 80. Get 139. Give me a 6 next year. Let's do it. Okay, let's trade with the Commanders. Move down. They grabbed Xavier Thomas, Spencer Rattler to the Broncos, Jermaine Burton to the Raiders. We pick up an extra pick. Nobody's wanting to trade right now. Let me take a look. Wide receiver, we got Wilson, McMillan, Washington, Thrash, Cowing, Smith, Rice, Washington, Williams, McCaffrey. See, we got the tackle. We want to add a receiver. But I feel like you could add a receiver a little bit later. Let's check out defensive interior. Michael Hall, Leonard. Okay. You got Kalen Bullock, Taylor Demerson, Kitchens. Right here, I'm a little frustrated. Okay, I'll take Jalen Hunt. We'll do that. I kind of wanted to wait until a little bit later or trade down one more, but we'll take Hunt. If he's yeah, we'll take Hunt. 122. Keegan Eichenberg, Tanner Bordolini. I really don't like how this one is falling. Another trade. I'm good. Let me see. All right, I'm going to add a guard, Trevor Keegan. Talked about adding depth inside on the offensive line. So let's do that. Trevor Keegan, Chicago Bear. Here we are at 139. (6'1", 295). See if we can't trade down here. That's a little 10 spots is a little much. 11 spots. Hmm. Just not giving up on those later picks, huh? Well, all right, I guess maybe we won't trade. Okay, let's go ahead and take Wingo here. What's up, Damon? Damon Cross, what's up? What's up, Sergio? How you doing? From San Antonio, Texas. All right, let's take a look at the draft grade that they gave us. Williams, Alt, 1 and 9. We traded 75 for 78, 139, and a 6 next year. We got Jalen Hunt. We added guard Trevor Keegan. And then we got Mikai Wingo, defensive lineman from LSU. Top 48% of Bears drafts on this platform, so that's all right. We're moving along. Let's do one more, and then I gotta get going for real because I can feel the grumble already. New mock. Let's do this. Start draft. Caleb Williams, number 1. Then it goes Drake May, JJ McCarthy, Marvin Harrison Jr., Malik Neighbors, Jaden Daniels, Joe Alt, Roma Dunze. Leaves us at 9. So I'm looking to trade 9. 14 to the Saints looks like it's what it's going to be because I don't see anybody from this section, whether it be the Packers, the Cardinals, the Ravens, the Texans, the Falcons, or the Browns, being able to get the Bears or entice the Bears enough to make the trade. So 14, 45, 9. I'd take 152 if if you're going to allow it. I don't think I'm going to be able to pull this off, but let's try it. Okay. No. Let's see. No, I don't think I'm going to be able to pull that one off. So Saints want to trade. I want to trade with the Saints. See, that's confusing me. So they're down with that. Hmm. Hmm. This is what I want, but I don't think I'm going to get it. Go 190 then. Nope. All right. So let's do this. One more attempt, and that'll be all she wrote. Let me see if I can't get this 5th. All right, there we go. So 14, 45, 150, and a 5th round pick for 9 and 2 6-rounders next season. Saints take Latham. Turner right after that. Bowers, Fashanu, Verse. That leaves us with Liatu Latu. Got Byron Murphy. So where would the Bears want to go? Let's say they're interested in 3-tech, right? Let's say they want Murphy. I think I'm going to take Murphy here. I think I'll take Murphy. Simply because then I would have to trade down to add 2 defensive ends like a Braylon Trice, like a Kamara, a Muhammad Kamara from Colorado State. That's kind of where I would see the plan going. So let me just let's make a let's do something crazier. Let's take Murphy, right? We'll take Murphy. Sit here at 45. No trades. Polk. Let me see. Bracewell. Is Chris Bracewell is right there. 58. Let's see if we can't conjure up some type of deal here. But for 45, for 48, plus that, or plus 114. I think that would give me enough wiggle room to where I can take a playmaker here and still be able to go ahead and get one, potentially two defensive ends if that's how I want to approach it, or just draft one defensive end and see if you can't sign another guy in free agency. Bear Truth 9, what up? So let's say this. Let's say this is fair, right? That'll be everything else is getting greedy. So I think this is a fair trade. I'm accepting. They're accepting. Let me see if 96 is in play. No, that'll be a little harder. So 114. So all right, move down a few spots. They take the corner from Michigan. We're still there with Roman Wilson, Ricky Pearsall, Jalen Polk. You got Bracewell again there. Bracewell, we could address defensive end now. We got another. Looks like we got another trade. No, I'm not trading down to 82 Indianapolis. Are you high? If I would trade down, it would be somewhere over here in the 50s. If I trade down one more time, trying to set myself up in the later rounds to add more talent at defensive end or at some of the line positions. Let me see. Cleveland, Miami, got Dallas. What do the Browns have? 54-85. Let's give them 54-85 for 48 and 150. Let's see if they. All right. Moved down again. Moved up in the draft. So I'll be taking Jalen Polk right here. Looking at 75. Look at those ends. So you got Hunt, you got Kamara, you got Trice. Let's see. Let's see wide receivers at 75. Jermaine Burton, Wilson. What does Burton look like? 6 foot, 194. Okay, let's take another one. Let's take Burton. I would have took Devontae Walker, but I'll take Burton. Kind of want to take Johnny Wilson because he's fucking 6'7". But now I'll take Burton here. Yeah, Bracewell out of Alabama. That's what my mind was hoping for, but he obviously went, so we traded a little too far. But there are a couple DNs. Like I said, Trice is on my radar and Kamara. I'm going to be trying to pick those two guys in particular up here. I just want to add another wide receiver. I'll just add. I'm going to add Johnny Wilson. I'm just trying to imagine seeing a big wide receiver out there that could, obviously help in the passing in the run game. Something that they covet. Let me go ahead and jump down. Okay, so I mentioned Trice. I'm not gonna go any further without taking a D end. So I'll take Trice here. Now we're at 114. You got Muhammad Kamara there. I'll add a Sony Vaki. I'll add Sony Vaki. Now let's see if we could get Kamara, and I'm sure we will. There we go. Muhammad Kamara. We could draft him. We could draft, Taylor, but I wanted two defensive ends, like I said, in a rotation, two young guys. So I'll draft Kamara here. We were able to get two defensive ends in the later part of the draft. So let's see how it plays out. All right, here's our results. So Caleb Williams, number 1 overall. We ended up trading 9 and 2 6-round picks for 14, 45, 150, and a 5th-round pick next season. We drafted Byron Murphy II at 14. We traded our the 45th pick for 48 and 114 to the Jaguars. We then traded 48 for 54 and 85 for 48 and 150. We selected wide receiver Jalen Polk. We selected wide receiver Johnny Wilson. We then took Braylon Trice as his end. We took Sony Vaki as a safety, and then we took another end, Muhammad Kamara, at the end of the draft. We're top 55% of drafts on this platform as far as Bears are concerned. So how do you feel about that one? Cam Hart, actually, White Chocolate Thunder, they dropped Cam Hart in PFF's draft ranking, their draft board. He actually got dropped about 30 points. So he was sitting at like 122 for a while, and now he's at like 152 or something like that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna wrap things up here. Like I said, I got to get ready for work, and I also got to find some food because I'm hungry. Got an angry bear here. I'm ready to eat some food. So thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate it. It's gonna be like this up until the draft, and I know all next week. That's all we're gonna do is just we're gonna be on air. We're gonna be on camera, talking Bears, talking draft. You know how it goes. You know how we do that over here on the Tape Never Lies. It's going to be nonstop all week long, and then that draft night, man, the whole draft weekend is going to be something fun. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed this show. I appreciate you guys, chatting and interacting and giving me your thoughts and opinions on things and all the support that you've shown me. So appreciate it. I'm Ivan Vargas. I'm going to wrap things up here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the Tape Never Lies Network. Make sure you become a patron today at www.thetapeneverlies.com. Don't want to miss any of the draft mob stuff to come next week. It's crunch time. It's getting there. We're creeping closer and closer towards the destination, and I can't wait for that show because it's going to be one hell of a ride come next week. So anyway, guys, Hope you enjoy your day. Hope you have a great afternoon. I'm Ivan Vargas. I'm out of here. Peace.